The footage shows workers operating in the area when a sudden flash of light and a loud explosion occur. This blast rapidly escalates into a massive fireball and uncontrolled blaze that quickly engulfs the workshop. This catastrophic event created an immediate and extreme thermal burn and blast impact hazard. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand rigorous inspection and control of all ignition sources and flammable materials within heavy machinery environments. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to fire safety plans, maintaining clear evacuation routes, using appropriate fire suppression systems, and ensuring all personnel are trained on emergency response procedures to prevent devastating fire and explosion incidents. The footage shows a worker standing on the truck bed attempting to secure or move materials. Suddenly, a heavy piece of material or cargo unexpectedly rolls or shifts, impacting the worker and causing them to lose balance and fall forcefully from the truck bed onto the ground. This event created a severe fall hazard and potential for blunt force impact injuries. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the proper use of load securement devices, straps, chocks, barriers, before and during material handling. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to fall protection procedures when working at heights, including on truck beds, and never standing in the path of potential shifting loads to prevent catastrophic falls and struck by injuries. The footage shows a worker approaching or working directly next to a large barrel or container holding pressurized contents. Without warning, the bung or cap on the barrel violently failed, releasing the pressurized contents with extreme force, which struck the worker and knocked them backward. This catastrophic event created an immediate and severe blunt force impact and high-pressure jet hazard. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand rigorous inspection and controlled pressure relief procedures for all sealed containment vessels. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safe handling of pressurized materials, maintaining a safe standoff distance, and always wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, PPE, when working near containers under potential pressure to prevent devastating impact incidents. The footage clearly shows two workers attempting to manually secure or move the heavy panels. Due to the unmanageable weight and loss of control, the panels violently lost stability and immediately collapsed, forcefully striking and pinning both workers. This catastrophic event created an immediate and extreme crush and blunt impact hazard from the falling load. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the use of mechanical aids, like forklifts or cranes, for materials exceeding safe manual lifting limits. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to load securement procedures, proper bracing, stabilization of all standing materials, and never relying on sheer physical strength to control inherently unstable heavy loads to prevent devastating crush injuries. The video documents a critically dangerous incident where a forklift was loading a flatbed truck. The truck, which was not securely stabilized, unexpectedly rolled forward. This uncontrolled movement caused the loading ramp to fail, resulting in the forklift immediately losing stability and falling violently to the ground. This event created an extreme crush hazard for the operator. This incident serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the chocking and stabilization of all vehicles before commencing any loading operations. Strict adherence to dock safety procedures is absolutely necessary to prevent devastating equipment, rollover, and impact injuries. The video documents an extremely dangerous industrial incident involving a worker operating near high-speed rotating machine components. The footage clearly shows that a piece of rope or material the worker was handling became caught in the spinning chuck and was immediately pulled and entangled with the rotating axis. This catastrophic event created an immediate and extreme entanglement and crushing hazard. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the use of lockout, tagout procedures for clearing material, and prohibit handling materials near rotating parts that pose an entanglement risk to prevent devastating injuries. The footage shows a worker standing near tall stacks of tires, preparing to load the materials. As the worker pushes or attempts to move the first set of tires, the unstable stack behind them is impacted, causing it to immediately collapse and forcefully strike the worker. This catastrophic event created an immediate and extreme crush and blunt impact hazard from the falling, heavy tires. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand the proper stacking and secure bracing of all materials, especially heavy, cylindrical items like tires. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to safe storage practices and maintaining a safe standoff distance from unstable loads to prevent devastating struck-by injuries from sudden material collapse. The video captures a critically dangerous incident where a group of people were sitting together enjoying refreshments near a structure, possibly a patio or roadside establishment. Suddenly, a truck, having lost control or experienced brake failure, veered violently off the road and collided directly into the establishment. This catastrophic event created an extreme kinetic impact and structural collapse hazard. Fortunately, the group managed to react quickly and evacuate the area, preventing serious injury. This serves as a critical warning about site safety and the necessity of protective barriers between public areas and heavy traffic. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of maintaining constant situational awareness in areas adjacent to roads to prevent devastating struck-by and crush incidents from uncontrolled vehicles. The footage clearly shows a worker operating in close proximity to the rotating rollers and in-running nip points. The worker lost balance or reached directly into the machine's danger zone, causing their body to be immediately caught and forcefully drawn into the roller mechanism. This catastrophic event created an immediate and extreme entanglement and crushing hazard from the powerful machinery. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand robust machine guarding around all nip points and moving parts. It emphasizes the absolute necessity of strict adherence to lockout, tagout procedures for clearing material, and never entering the machine's operational envelope to prevent devastating entrapment injuries. The footage shows the heavy concrete or steel structure being carefully lifted into position using specialized heavy machinery. Suddenly, the beam or its temporary support system experiences a catastrophic failure and collapses violently to the ground. This event immediately created an extreme crush and blunt impact hazard for any personnel or equipment in the vicinity. This serves as a critical warning that mandatory safety protocols strictly demand rigorous engineering oversight, precise load balance calculations, and thorough inspection of all temporary supports during heavy construction lifts. Absolute necessity dictates establishing and enforcing a clear exclusion zone to prevent devastating injuries from structural collapse.